It's been a minute since I made a YouTube video, but I mean, let me explain to you guys why I disappeared. This is not an excuse because I mean, I probably should have been doing both, but I mean, I'm one of those people that can really only focus on one big thing at a time, and you know, I kind of get overly excited and want to just get something done super quickly. But this is what I've been working on, and this right here has taken me a little bit of time to come up with this type of design, because I've made 3 different types of characters, and this is the one that I ended up liking the most. So hopefully you guys like this one too, because that's the one I'm going with right now. So yeah, I am in the process of making an animation, and I mean, I do need some more voice actors. So if you guys have any YouTubers that you want to be in this, you know, it could be 2K YouTubers, whatever, I'll try my hardest to get them in it. But I mean, you know, no promises. It's you know, their own choice whether they want to be in it or not. So I mean, or if you guys want to be extras in it, because I mean, I am going to need to create a couple characters for extras or whatever the case is. Maybe even some of you, if you have a good quality mic, you can record some voiceovers for me for some episodes. So just let me know. You guys can follow me on Instagram or Twitter.
Shut the fuck up, boy.
Anyways, on to the regular video. So here's what I came to talk to you guys about today. I came to talk to you guys about 5 game modes that I think would make NBA 2K19 the best 2K there is. Now, I really don't think it's that hard to top 2Ks, because personally, in my mind, 2K11 is the best 2K. And I mean, there wasn't very many online modes to that game. It was really just crew mode. But I mean, the gameplay itself, I think, is what made it so fun to play. But that's besides the point. Anyways, the first thing that I would add if I was 2K is Jordan Rec Center. Not because I personally like the Jordan Rec Center, but because I feel like a lot of people like Jordan Rec Center and wanted it back. I personally don't really see the big deal in it. I mean, it's kind of just like Pro-Am, but I mean, you just have to wait for the spots. But here is what would make it appealing to everybody. Now, if they added Jordan Rec Center back, but pretty much made it so that dribble, abuse, spam, garbage is only on Jordan Rec, and on regular Pro-Am that is gone, I think that would help everybody else. Now, for those of you guys who don't understand what I mean by dribble spam and actual NBA type dribbles, I'm going to give you guys some videos to show the differences of what I mean. Like this right here, this should not be allowed. Nobody's doing this in an NBA game. Even James Harden would steal the ball from this man doing all of this. Look, he even lost the ball in practice. There's nobody around him. Now, crossovers like these, I don't mind that. You know, that's something light, and you know, people do that all the time in NBA games. Step backs, you know, people love doing those type of crossovers. But all that stuff Markel was doing, that I'm not co-signing that. If you guys need another example, here's another one for you. This right here, I don't co-sign. That's you're doing the most. If you guys want to do that, you got to play street ball. I mean, look at it. This is a regular person, not an NBA player. If you think that an NBA player is not stealing that, you're crazy. This right here, I co-sign this. If you're trying to break somebody down like this, you know, regular crossovers, I got no problem with that, you know. Or even this one right here. This one's a little bit more advanced. I know you guys probably have all seen this crossover before. You try to tear somebody up like this, you know, that makes sense. You know, I co-sign that. But all that stuff that you guys are doing, man, nah, we can't have that on regular Pro. That doesn't make sense to me. For me, personally, I hate that dribbling. I mean, a lot of people like it. I hate it. If you don't want to take it out of the game completely, then we can do a compromise and have it on Jordan Rec, where people, those people that, you know, do the dribble spam and all that stuff, I feel like are the people who really want Jordan Rec back the most. So you can give it back to them, but put that dribble spam in there and keep regular Pro-Am the same. Now, I mean, also, I did play Jordan Rec before, and the thing that I would think is the most annoying was the fact that since you were wearing regular park clothing, I mean, it's not really hard to know your teammates apart, but I mean, I think it would be more convenient if you had clan jerseys. Now, obviously, in Pro-Am, you have regular jerseys that look like NBA jerseys, but clan jerseys could probably be something different, kind of like, you know, how in like Mike, how they had like those street ball jerseys, things like that. Make them a little bit different, give them like a street ball feel to them, and make it so, you know, you can actually have a clan jerseys and things like that. But at the same time, maybe having the ability to unlock the clan jerseys, things like that, would probably be better, you know, for the game, just to incentivize people to play more. Like I said, I mean, for me, gaming and video games are all about incentives to play. I mean, why would you want to just play a game where you can just pay VC to get everything or get everything off rip. I know a lot of you guys hate when I say that, but it just makes sense. Why would you want to just open up a game and everything's unlocked already? Or why would you want to like open up a game and you can pay $60 to get something like already automatically? It doesn't feel like you have to work for it. It doesn't feel like you should be playing. I don't know. It kills the game for me personally. I mean, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's just me. Now, I mean, off of incentives for now, I mean, I have a couple ideas for incentives and other game modes that I want to talk about. But for Jordan Rec, pretty much the clan jerseys, being able to get extra VC if you play with a clan, I feel like, you know, that's cool also. And then also making the courts a little bit bigger. I would enjoy that, but maybe, you know, the people like it the way it was, OG. And also the ability to have a theater mode, or, you know, for YouTubers and people who like to do mixtapes. I think that'd be pretty cool as well. I mean, having a theater mode in general and all the game modes would be cool, but I think that, you know, for Jordan Rec and, you know, maybe Pro-Am too, but I mean, Park, I know people would like it for there. So I guess pretty much every single thing is what I'm saying, but I don't see the use for it in my team. So I guess, yeah, pretty much just the online modes would make that useful. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about, I've talked about it before on my channel, and that is my park tournaments. Now, I have a couple new ideas that I wanted to add to that, and the reason why I list that as its own separate game mode is because I feel as if that could be to a point where it's like its own thing. It doesn't have to be, you know, incorporated with park. And here's the reason why. My park can be its own separate thing, and I mean, I'm sure if they just put it back to the way it used to be with different affiliations and stuff. And I know before I said I did not see the point of affiliations, and to be real with you, I still don't. I think just adding own individual parks would make it fun in itself. But here's what would change it. Instead of doing rival day, maybe they can just do tournaments in general. So in that case, you know, you can you know, have your own park that you like going to, that you prefer, but at the same time you can still play with your friends. I know that they had that still in there, but that kind of takes away from affiliations if you can still play with your friends and they're different affiliations. But whatever, we won't talk about that. Pretty much what I think they should do is they should have these tournaments every week, you know, 2K tournaments. They should have them on Friday, you know, just going on throughout the weekends. And pretty much it should either be a bracket to where, you know, you have to play like a best out of 3, or, you know, maybe it's just one and done type setup. I think that'd be cool. Or maybe you can have it to where it's like, you know, double elimination, whatever the case is. Or maybe you can just have it as most wins. However they want to do it, there should be prizes. And here's where you can compete with Fortnite, because Fortnite has, you know, exclusive items that you can get at a certain period of time. And I mean, they do come back every now and then, but it makes the game a little bit more, you know, competitive for at least 1 week, because everybody's hustling to get one thing because they know it's not going to be there the whole time, and they know they can't just buy. I mean, technically you can buy it on Fortnite, but you get what I'm saying. If you didn't have that ability, that'd be cool as well. So I thought about some things that people might like, and, you know, I got a motorcycle, and I mean, the bike and the skateboard in this game are terribly slow. So I think they should add a motorcycle, but you can only get it off of the tournaments if you win. So therefore, not everybody's riding on the motorcycle. I think that'd be low-key raw. If you see somebody with a motorcycle, you know he's serious because he won it. It's instead of actually buying it, he actually was good enough to win it, and it should go 80 miles per hour. Now, the shoot animation, that'll probably be in the next game, but I mean, if you had exclusive dance animations that only people who win tournaments can get, that'd be lit too. A real backpack where you can put shoes, clothes, and things like that, so you don't have to go into your apartment to change. You can just, you know, change into it on the park. That would be crazy lit, because you see that people actually wear them in the park. Customizable haircuts, or maybe just haircuts, you know, exclusive ones that you can also win as well. That'd be cool to have. If you're the only one with a haircut in the park, that'd be lit. Different tattoos, things like that you know, people don't usually have. That'd be, you know, something that they can add. Badges, having extra badges, or like, you know, exclusive badges to add to your My Player. That would be game changing right there. Because imagine having, like, you know, a post-scoring D Wade badge, or post-scoring Kobe badge. You know, they don't have that in the game. That adds a whole nother move into your arsenal that, you know, and you should be able to upgrade it as well, like, you know, in the facility or whatnot. But you should only be able to get it off of, you know, winning something or accomplishing something. That'd be pretty cool. A hoverboard, attribute upgrades, a floating hoverboard, VC. Those are just small things I think they can add to the game that would completely change it and make it fun throughout. Now these should be either every month or every week, depending on, you know, how tough it is to, you know, add them in or whatever. VC, that definitely should be like, you should be able to do that like every night or something, whatever it is. I think they should be a little bit more lenient on the VC, because I mean, they have been very, very money hungry lately, so they can reward people who have been loyal to them and just, you know, be a little bit more lenient on the VC, give people a way to actually win things, make people actually want to play your game. Now the third thing is my team tournaments. Now, I mean, just like how they would have the park tournaments, my team tournaments can be sort of the same thing, but kind of like a different approach, because I feel as if what was the most fun, at least for me being a YouTuber, playing my team back in the day, was the fact that we can wager and, you know, be able to win different cards and things like that. Now obviously 2K they got very strict on that, and they made it so if you wager, they ban you. So I mean, maybe they can put that back and put it so you're able to legally wager your card, you know, like before a game you put the card up. I mean, it would get rid of scamming at least. And I mean, you know, I know some people were saying that you know, 2K wouldn't want to add that because it's like gambling or whatever. If my team right now isn't gambling, I don't know what is. So that should not be a problem. They should definitely add the ability for you to put up cards or VC or MT. Therefore, it is legal. They can do their little tax percentage thing, even though I don't understand why games do that. But they can do that, whatever the case is, however they want to make money. Maybe they want to make it so you have to pay a certain amount of VC to start the game for you to do that. Whatever it is, I'm sure people wouldn't mind doing it, as long as it's not ridiculous, like 100k VC to start, you know, a wager or something like that. As long as it's not ridiculous, I'm sure people would do it, and it would bring back the fun of my team, which would be another part of your game that would keep people playing. Back when I was playing Park and my team, that was probably the most fun. I think the last time I did that was like 2K15 or 16. 17 wasn't that fun. That's when they got strict. 18 was horrible. Not a big fan of 18. But anyways, the next thing that I would say to add is maybe an offline My Park mode. Now, pretty much what I mean by that is kind of like, you guys remember the story modes of like the old NBA Street games? Like kind of like that, except not like, you know, an arcadey type look. They can keep the same park look, but it could be, you know, like a little exaggerated. Like if you have a pure sharp, you can hit it from like the other side of the court or something like that, you know, something. I feel like that'd be cool if you're able to, like, you know, unlock different players. Like I can, you know, unlock Stephen Curry in it, you know, and then like I can play with him, things like that. You know, you can invite your friends online and, you know, like do that. It'd be kind of like a Revamp Blacktop, I guess. But instead of you having all the players unlocked automatically, then, you know, you have to do it as you go. Maybe they can do it like the My Team cards and, you know, add new like legendary players, things like that every week, you know, so people are, you know, are enjoying that. Make it so, you know, you have a limited amount of time to beat whatever, you know, challenge it is in order for you to, you know, unlock it. That'd be pretty cool. Also, you know, make it so, you know, if you beat the whole entire thing, you get something random, you know, towards your My Player, whatever the case is. All just incentives, you know, like I'm not trying to make something huge and ridiculous that 2K would not do. I'm just saying small steps that I think would make the game a lot more fun. I mean, everything I've mentioned so far, I think adds another aspect to the game. So that's the fourth one I said, and the last one would be a Revamp Program. Now, obviously, the way Pro-Am is now, you know, I'm sure people like to play it like this, whatever, and I heard that they're gonna add a private Pro-Am mode. I heard that from watching one of Agent's videos, and he said he has a pretty valuable source told him that's gonna be in the game. So if that is true, you know, that's definitely another step to Pro-Am. That's, you know, a step in the right direction. But the reason why I say this one for last is because it's the most complicated one out of them all. Now, for those of you guys who played 2K before, you guys know in crew mode there was substitutions. But the substitutions were pretty much like you pick an NBA team. Like, for example, I could pick the Golden State Warriors. And if I had an AI, my AI would be like one of the Warriors players, like of the position. So let's just say we had everyone except for a small forward. Then that means our CPU would be Kevin Durant. Now, obviously, that's a little bit cheesy because most people would have like a 50 overall My Player, and they would just sub in KD or sub in Steph, and start going crazy with those players. But at the same time, I feel like you shouldn't be able to do that, but you should be able to do something a little bit similar. So I think since there's 5 people that play on the Pro-Am team at one time, I think that those 5 people should each be able to bring 2 my players in. So that would equal 10 my players in total. Now each team has 12 active players, and I think you can hold up to 15 players on your team. But so if you can have 12 active players, then that means that you would need to be able to bring on 2 extra people. So those 2 extra people would be AIs. Now, okay, let me re-explain that for those of you guys who didn't really understand what I said. So each person brings on 2 my players. That would give you 10 my players, and then the last 2 would be AIs. Now the reason why I say that there should be AIs is because you should be able to upgrade your AIs. Now obviously you're not always going to have a full 5, at least I don't all the time. So sometimes you're gonna be forced to play with an AI. If that is the case, then the AI should not all be garbage the whole entire time. You should be able to, not with VC, because once again that's cheese. It's kind of like pay to win. Somebody can just buy VC and upgrade all of their AI my players right away, and now they're cheesing. I think that there should be, like, just like there's an MT point system, there should be some type of Pro-Am currency the same way, to where you can upgrade your guy that way, because it's pretty much rewarding you for playing actual Pro-Am. That's how you upgrade your guy. So pretty much you upgrade the AI, and then you can sub in the AIs as well as subbing in all of your my players. It sounds kind of complicated, whatever the case is, but I think that would add a more realistic feel to the game. Because let's just say, for example, I have a stretch and I'm getting clamped. I don't get clamped, you guys know. But I mean, let's just say for whatever reason this guy's going crazy and he's clamping me. I want to switch to an athletic finisher. I should be able to switch to my player athletic finisher. How many times have you guys beat down the Pro-Am team and they said, "Oh man, if I had my player, I would have worked you out"? Well, I want no excuses. Sub in your my player and let me work you out the same type of way. And I want to be able to do the same thing. So that means that fatigue would have to play a little bit more of a factor in the game. So you should be able to, if your guy gets tired, then you sub in the other one. If that, then bring back this one, yada yada yada, whatever the case is. Maybe you're badge grinding one guy, but you don't want to make your team lose, so you have the other guy with you just in case. If that team's good, you can sub back in your other guy. There's a lot of ways how that would be kind of cool to be able to use. Or maybe you're blowing out a team, you want to work on another my player. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. I feel like you should be able to bring that in as well. It would help people out, like for when your teammates are like AFK, you could just sub in an AI. It's a little complicated, but I think that would add a little bit of realism to Pro-Am. Pro-Am is probably at this point right now my favorite mode on 2K. So I've been thinking about these ideas throughout the whole entire year. Let me know what you guys think about that last one. I know all of the other ones, you guys have to agree with those. I mean, there was nothing really outlandish I said besides the last one. So let me know what you guys think about the last one. That's all of the ideas I have for you guys right now. If you guys want me to do another video, comment whatever you want me to do. Maybe I'll do that one. 2K19 is almost here. So let's hope that it's actually good. Once again, 2K is being stingy with the news, but I expect it no different. They do this every single year. But yeah, make sure you guys like the video, and let me know what you guys think, man. I'll see you guys in the next one.